Okay. Chapter 3. Whatever page number you are in your table of contents, write it down. Section 3.1 is graphing linear equations. Graphing is self-explanatory. Linear, what word do you see here?
Line.
Line. So we're graphing lines, and we're still dealing with equations, meaning we will still have our equals sign. Okay? All right. We have two parts today. Forgive me for repeating myself. Today is part 1. Okay. Tuesday will be part 2 of this section. Okay. And today we have these two topics to talk about. Most of the time, in the next 20 minutes probably, we'll talk about standard form. 5th period did extremely well. Not so much for 1st and 2nd. Okay. So maybe I just got better teaching at it. I don't know. But how about y'all just do the best? Is that a good plan? Okay. I highly encourage you to take notes on this because this is, well, it's different. Okay.
Are you doing another check on this?
I could. Yes, I will. How about that? Is that a good answer? Yes,
No.
I will.
You should
Okay.
just do a notebook for test corrections or whatever.
No, you shouldn't do that.
All right, so today we're going to talk about standard form and X and Y intercepts.
I love X and Y intercepts.
You did them last year.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, they are very simple. But before that, we got to talk about standard form. Okay? I'm encouraging you to take good notes and listen. All right?
Oh, that's kind of odd.
Okay, Tennessee. All right, that's okay. So here is review. Literal equation. You have x plus 2y equals 4. I want you to do this now. This is a literal equation that you were quizzed on yesterday. My directions are to solve for y. 2 steps. Isolate y.
Have you already graded it?
I have not. I'm gonna try and get the lesson done so I can. They're easy to grade. Okay, so let's get moving. We need to move the x over first, so you're gonna subtract. Okay, when you do that, you're gonna divide by 2. Okay, so here's your answer, and there we are. Okay, probably wondering why are we doing this? Well, what standard form is? Well, I'll just show you. Any questions on that review problem before I move on?
Would you also do 4 minus X?
Yeah.
How did you know you're supposed to get rid of X or subtract X?
Because I need y by itself, so I need to move anything that's on that side. All right, so standard form is as followed. It is an equation in a certain form. Order matters, everything matters. Okay, there is a rule for this. Standard form is ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are simply numbers. Okay, and if you notice, c does not have a variable. This number has x, this number has y. C is all by itself. I'm gonna come back there. Give me 1 second. Going back to this review problem here. Look at this. This is standard form. You see it?
No.
AX plus BY equals C, where C is what number? 4. Okay. What's understood to be in front of the X? a 1. So A is 1, B is positive 2, and C is 4. So what we're doing is I'm going to give you an equation, and you're going to have to write it in standard form. Okay? There's a reason, and we'll find the reason out at the end of class. Okay, so let's move on. Here they are. A, here's a rule you need to make sure you see. A, the number A, whatever it's going to be, cannot be negative. All right? You will get an answer wrong if it comes up negative. You will see, trust me. This is an example of standard form. X plus 2y equals 4. That's exactly what was up here, okay? So how are you going to be assessed or quizzed on? I'm going to say write in standard form. Okay, so here the directions can be write this in standard form, or is this equation in standard form, yes or no? Okay. All right, so let's start. Here is number 1. 4 plus y equals x. That's my equation. I'm telling you, write it in standard form. The best way to do this, locate which one? Which term is C? Remember, C has no variable. C is 4. It's right in front of you. This is C. Okay? You're going to locate C. Whatever is on the same side of the equal sign is what you have to move. Here is C. Okay, does everybody see, no pun intended?
Nah, that was kind of funny. Yeah. Hello? Yeah. Yeah.
It came up last weekend, but it hadn't come up again. She's. Okay. Okay, can I come see you at about 2:50? Is that okay? Okay. Yeah, I got you. Okay, bye-bye. That's funny. Okay, yeah. All right, I need us to you're gonna get an equation. Locate C is the first thing you need to do. It is the most help, and it makes this a whole lot easier. So looking at number 1, C is 4, so I only have to move what? The Y. You're gonna move it over, okay? And that's it. Because look, here, I'm gonna cover this up. I'll move my hand in a second. Here is what you are finished with. X minus Y, 4 is just brought down. This would be okay, but it's not necessarily correct standard form. You need to switch it. You see what I did? That's one of your properties you were tested on, is the commutative property of subtraction, addition, subtraction.
So Y can be negative?
Yes, B can be negative.
Or yeah.
Yeah, B. So here, A, what's understood to be in front of X? 1. What's understood to be in front of Y? -1. And C, we've already located, is 4. I have 6 more of these. I promise you it will catch on. You need to locate what first? C. Is that right? Okay. Number 2. Again, locate C, and it just happened to also be what?
The error is
Well, I've hidden it. What is C?
4.
4. Again, here's your Y. So here's C. This is in the way. So negative 3x, how do I move a negative 3x? I make it positive. So you're going to add the 3x. And there's that. A is 3. Again, what number is understood to be in front of Y? 1. And C is equal to 4. All right, that looks good to me. Is that right? AX plus BY equals C. All right, I've got a few more. I'm gonna have to write these on a separate sheet of paper. Number 3. I'm changing paper because I'm out of room, but you don't have to, of course. Number 3. Negative 3x plus 4y equals 10. Directions are write in standard form. There is something wrong with this problem. What is it?
So it needs to.
Well, it's close.
No, 3 is negative.
Bingo. Remember the rule I gave you here? A cannot be negative. This looks like it's standard form, and it actually is, with the exception of one thing. That 3 cannot be negative.
So you multiply by negative 1.
Yes, but I'm actually going to teach you a shortcut. So here, you multiply everything by negative 1. All that does is change the sign of every term. So your answer is positive 3x. This 4y now becomes negative 4y. Positive 10 now becomes negative 10. This is a shortcut.
What would be the long cut, I guess?
Well, you don't need to show the work of negative 1. Whenever you see this, because this will come up again in the next problem, you can just go from here to there. And this would be your answer. So what is A here? A is 3. What is B? Negative 4. Good. And C is negative 10. Let's look at number 4.
How do you tell if it's A or B?
A is in front of the X. B is with the Y.
Oh,
That was a good question, though. Okay, again, locate C. Raise your hand if you want to tell me what is C. Wes,
negative 4.
is that right?
Yes.
It sure is. All right, Wes, here's negative 4. What's in the way?
3x,
Okay, so it's positive. How do I move it?
make it go left. That's right.
No, you're right. You move it to the other side and it becomes what?
Negative.
Negative 3x plus 6y equals negative 4. Not quite done yet. What is wrong?
Negative.
Right, so my shortcut, I'm going to kind of write it to the side. Will caught it. Here is your answer. Positive 3x minus 6y equals
4.
4.
Oh, I thought it equaled 3.
No, there's no.
Oh, okay.
All right, number 5. Y equals 6x minus 1. Locate your C. Jenna, what is it? Is she right?
Yes.
Yep. -1. All right, Jenna. Here's your C. What's in the way? How do I move it? Yep. Tell me what to write. Plus y equals. Are we done? Y.
Because the 6 is negative.
Right, so here's our shortcut. And tell me what to write.
6x minus y equals 1.
Sweet. Good job.
Wait, how do you get?
Why
6x
isn't it
plus y?
plus
Why isn't
negative
it
y?
6x negative y?
Let me answer you. Say it again.
We have the same question.
Say it. I was listening.
So, it was 6x, you put 6x plus y, but I thought it'd be 6x take away y.
I have not touched this y.
You just moved it down.
I brought it down here. So when
Oh,
6x, this is gone, right? I brought the 6x over here. X has to come before y because the formula tells me.
Oh.
So this y, it's positive here. I haven't moved it. It stays positive. And the -1 stays, until here.
Wait, so the final answer wouldn't be 6x plus y equals 1?
No, because here's where we ended, right? But A cannot be negative.
Yeah,
So you have to change the sign of every single term.
oh, okay.
why isn't it 6x plus negative y equals 1?
It can be,
Oh,
Yeah. yeah. 6x plus negative, that's fine. What's understood to be in front of the y?
Negative?
-1.
Oh.
Okay, so if that helps you, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 more. You're gonna do 6 and 7 by yourself. So let's locate your C. Okay. 6. Grant, what is C in number 6? -4. So looking at this problem, what's in the way?
Negative 9x.
So you're going to add it. So tell me what to write.
9x minus y
Mm-mm.
plus y.
The y is positive. We have not moved it.
Okay,
So it stays positive. Equals.
-4.
Are we done?
Yeah.
All done? That was a 1 step. Who's got?
I got,
You got. All right, let's go. Number 7. What's C?
C is 2.
C is positive 2. So what do I need to move?
You gotta get rid of negatives. 6y.
Right, and you make. Very good.
And then you do the easy way.
Okay.
So you multiply everything by.
Well, let's write. What do we have left? -10x minus 6y or plus a negative. Now tell me. Go.
So it would be 10x minus. Wait. I wrote it different, right? I put the 6 in front of the 10.
Well, x comes before y.
Oh.
Yeah, guys, X has to come before Y. A can't be negative, but B can, okay? So here is your answer.
Oh, yes.
Is it? Yeah. And there you go. No, that's good, very good. All right, I'm gonna give everyone some graph paper. Just sit tight. Please don't lose this, because you will need this for your homework. I have 2 problems I need to go over, and then we're done.
We have homework over the weekend, Ms. Muller. We already have homework for.
Well, there's so much history.
She always gives.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what do we do? We have to read pages,
It's
answer
for
questions.
I'd rather do math.
How do we not?
Page
What even is our history?
It's really good.
It's not like read the.
I did, well, I did that.
I didn't.
You did Really? She got the what?
No, it's not. The road electric. Oh, I'm so.
Well, both are kind of easy. I made it really get back to the lines.
Sorry about
Stuff
that.
is invented.
I already did this.
So, I don't know. We don't know.
I just kind of did the reading questions and I hope I got them.
Like detour, is that part of it? Is that part of it?
Yeah, that's like the main part.
That's kind of.
So where's the camera?
Okay.
Oh, so what you're talking about?
Okay, listen, you need to write down the pink. Here's 2 definitions. So real quick, I told you today that we were going to do 2 things. Standard form, we're done, check. Now we're gonna move on to X and Y intercepts. I've got 2 problems and then I'm done, okay? We are gonna graph, it's easy, trust me, okay? So there's that. I need you to write down the pink X and Y intercepts right there. So X and Y intercepts are as follows. X-intercept is where a point touches the x-axis. That means it will be on the x-axis, which is right here. Here is your x-axis. It is the horizontal axis, and it is a point when y is always 0. So here is your point. The y-intercept is where a point crosses the y-axis. So the y-axis is the one that goes up and down, here, up and down. And it is when x is 0. 2 points, one on the x-axis, one on the y, and you will simply connect the 2 points and you will have your line. Okay, your directions will be graph using the x and y intercepts. I will let you know when you need your graph paper, okay? Here is the 2 problems we are going to do. Somebody look at 1 and 2 and tell me what form these are in. What form are these 2 in? Standard form. You just learned it. So this is why we learned to put equations in standard form.
Are we writing the answers in our notebook and?
These notes need to be in your notebook.
Oh.
Okay.
No,
I-
the answers on this.
Okay, guys, this is a piece of graph paper that you will graph on. We haven't done any graphing yet. I am still giving you notes, okay? We will need our notes to find out what the intercepts are. There's some math involved. Easy math, right? I'm telling you, it's easy because you're going to use zero a lot, and we all like zero. Okay? Can I move this? You good? All right, so let's look at this. Number 1, graph using the x and y intercepts. The first one we're going to find is the x-intercept. Should not have written next to it. You let y equal 0. Why? Because that's the definition. Okay, those two pink terms I just gave you, you need to memorize them. So you're going to take 0 and put it in for y. We're substituting. Going back to chapter 1. It will never go away. You will do this all the way through. In fact, for the next 4 years. Okay? Easy math, guys. What is 3 times 0? 0. So therefore, x is simply equal to what? 6. So our point is 6, 0.
Could you repeat that?
Can you write this down?
Okay. Yes. So in the definition of x and y intercepts, it tells you y is equal to 0. That's this 0. This is a point, x and y. You already know y is 0. It tells me. We solved for x. X equals 6. I did the math. I put 0 in for y, and I got 6. So here is the y-intercept. Definition is just the opposite. You let x equal 0. So go up here. You put 0 in for x. Okay, and you're just substituting. That's just 3y equals 6, right? Divide by 3, and y is 2, which is your y-intercept. I'll just show you. There's your point. The reason these are easy is because you're using 0 a lot. Basically, you're eliminating a term.
Did you put them both together?
We're getting ready to.
So what's the graph?
So point number 1, point number 2. Get your graph out. Here's my graph. I'm going to put, here is x plus 3y equals 6. X-intercept, which is 6, 0. Y-intercept, which is 0, 2. So I'm going to graph these 2 points. If you forgot how to graph, you might want to watch. X and Y, starting at my origin, I'm going to go to 6, and there's my point, because Y is 0. Okay, well, it makes sense, right? This is the x-intercept. What axis am I on? The x-axis. So now let's do the y-intercept. It's going to be over here. So 0, positive 2 is there. Now what do?
You make like.
Draw your line. Okay, I have lost my straight edge. That is terrible. Wow, it's really bad. Don't do what I just did. And there you go. All right. Here's number 2. I'm going to move my graph. I'll bring this back up in a second. What is that? Oh, that scared me. No, you're good. All right, so x-intercept first. The definition tells me I let y equal 0. So I'm going to go up to my equation. I'm going to put 0 in here. Okay, 0 has no value. So you simply have that. 2x equals 8. X equals 4. And there's your point. Go ahead and do the y-intercept by yourself real quick. Y-intercept, you let x equal 0. When somebody has it, raise your hand. I'll see if you're right. Braden,
8.
be careful. You're halfway there.
-8.
-8. Good, very good. So here's the work for the y-intercept. You let x equal 0. Why? The definition tells me to. You're going to put 0 in up here.
If x equals 0, then how should you get 2x divided by 2? I thought if you did 2 times x, which is 0. then-
Okay, this is a different problem. You have to do a whole new problem. 2 different points, 2 different problems. X-intercept, y equals 0. Y-intercept.
Oh, never mind. I was looking at the wrong graph.
No, you're good. 2 times 0 is what? 0, no value. So you're left with negative y equals 8. Don't forget the negative, please. Therefore, y is equal to -8. Here's your point. Here's the other point. Get your graph out. X-intercept is 4, 0. Y-intercept is 0, -8. X-intercept is at 4, 0 at this point. Y-intercept is at 0, -8. We have 2 points. What can we do? Connect them. And there is your line. You will need this piece of graph paper for your homework for numbers 7 and 8. If you want to go ahead and write number 7 and number 8, I will be checking these on page 147. Your homework is as follows. Where did I put it?
So 78 is possible.
Nope. Oh, here it is. Here's your homework, right there. Page 147, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 7 and 8 are graphs. Optional IXL to work on standard form. Yes, sir.
I'm so lost right now. I don't know how to do it. Can you explain to me number 2 or something?
Okay. Where are you lost?
I just don't understand it.
We are substituting. We are given an equation here, and I'm asking you to graph using the x-intercept and the y-intercept. The x-intercept is a point you are going to find by substituting this in for y. Okay? We're using everything we've learned up until now. You did this last year. I'm just saying. Standard form, you did not. X and Y intercepts, you did it last year.
Yeah, we did.
So you're substituting, like this whole pink right here. You learned this last year. Okay? If you don't know this, then you will be confused. Let me stop my recording.
Oh, I saw you, Mike.
Oh, you recorded that? That's great.
Yeah. I can't help